Mikel Arteta puts rough timeline on Martin Odegaard return. Mikel Arteta hopes Martin Odegaard will be able to make his Arsenal return soon. The Spaniard was forced to play Manchester City last week and without the help of his captain after Odegaard injured his ankle while on international duty with Norway. Suffering suspected ligament damage, the 25-year-old is set for a period on the sidelines. And while earlier reports prompted fears the midfielder could be out until the end of the year, Arteta has shared a more positive sounding update. Speaking ahead of Wednesday night's EFL Cup third round home tie against League One side Bolton, the Gunners boss revealed he believes his captain will be back in a matter of weeks. He said, I think it will be a matter of weeks, but how long exactly I cannot tell. We might get a surprise, but I think it's unlikely he will be back before the international break. Should Odegaard return ahead of November's fixtures, he will come back to a tough run of games, including two Champions League match-ups against Inter Milan and Sporting Lisbon. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta replies to criticism of his team's playing style against Man City. Arsenal's playing style against Manchester City was questioned by Pep Guardiola and his players after their 2-2 draw at the Etihad Stadium. Man City took the lead through Erling Haaland's 10th league goal of the season, but the Gunners replied with a new signing Riccardo Calafiori scoring a stunning goal. Mikel Arteta's team took the lead through Gabriel scoring yet another goal from a set-piece situation. However, the red card to Leandro Trossard towards the end of the first half completely changed the complexion of the match and forced the Gunners to sit back and defend their lead in the second half. They kept giving the ball away to Man City and sat back, but Man City were able to break the deadlock in the final stages of the match through substitute John Stones. Some of the Man City players criticized how Arsenal played at the Etihad Stadium, but Arteta has defended his team's playing style. Speaking ahead of his team's Carabao Cup tie against Bolton, the Spaniard said, as reported by The Telegraph, well, we had to play the game that we had to play. The first 15 minutes, we couldn't. They played 30 seconds with 10 men. Look what they did. It's normal what they did. Unfortunately, we've been in the same situation. We were in that same situation with the Granite, and when we lost 5-0, so it'd be better learn. If not, I would be very thick. The team has a desire to compete in any context, to win, and to adapt different competitions and different ways of playing. It's superb. Happy? No, because we wanted to win the three games, but I understand how tough that context is and how difficult it is. The things we have to deal with and our own issues with the amount of players we have out, it's a significant improvement, and we have to be happy with that. Mikel Arteta impressed by Arsenal midfielder set to be named against Bolton. Mikel Arteta is considering handing Myles Lewis-Skelly his first full start after joining their youth academy in 2015. The 17-year-old midfielder has been with the Gunners his entire career. Promoted to the side's first team this summer, Lewis-Skelly was handed his first senior minutes in the closing stages of Sunday's Premier League blockbuster against Manchester City. The talented teenager was introduced in stoppage time in place of Julian Timber, and although he was on the pitch for just a few minutes, his ability to handle such a hostile and intense environment certainly earned him some brownie points. Now, according to a recent report from Give Me Sport, Arteta is giving serious thought to awarding the academy graduate with his first full start. Also, Lewis-Skelly is likely to miss out when the Gunners host Leicester City next week, and Wednesday night's EFL Cup tie against Bolton could present the young midfielder with another chance to shine. During his time with the Gunners under 21s, Lewis-Skelly, who wears the number 49 jersey, scored 2 goals and registered 4 assists in 27 games in all competitions. Arsenal ready to offer a new contract to player who almost left the club this summer. After sorting out the contract of manager Mikel Arteta, Arsenal are now focusing on the contract situation of some of their players. As it stands, the likes of Jorginho and Thomas Partey will become free agents at the end of the season, and it remains to be seen if the club will extend their stay at the Emirates Stadium. One player who was offered the opportunity to leave the Gunners this summer thanks to interest from Saudi Arabian clubs is now ready to receive a new offer from Arsenal with his contract expiring in 2026. According to Hatem Newsblad, the North Londoners are ready to offer the Belgian attacker Leandro Trossard a new contract at the club. Al Etihad tried to sign the former Brighton player this summer, but the Gunners rejected the approach from the Middle East to keep the player at the club. He has been an outstanding signing for Arteta and his team, with his ability to finish off chances, helping the team in tricky situations. The Belgian international scored 12 Premier League goals for the Gunners last season, helping them finish second in the standings, just behind champions Manchester City. The player had his head turned by the lucrative offer from Saudi Arabia, but Arteta made sure that Trossard stays at the club and helps his team to another title challenge this season. The Arsenal star is currently in the news for all the wrong reasons. He was sent off by referee Michael Oliver against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium for kicking the ball away and delaying the restart of the match. It's a decision that has received criticism from all sections of the media and the fan base, but it proved to be the turning point of the match. His sending off forced the Gunners to sit back in the second half and defend their lead, which they almost did, but a late goal from John Stones provided an unfortunate ending for them. After a monumental defensive shift, Trossard will be suspended for the League Cup match against Bolton in midweek, but he will be available for selection to face Leicester City in the Premier League at the weekend. Arsenal monitor Premier League star in red hot from ahead of a January transfer window. Arsenal strengthened their squad in the summer transfer window but failed to sign a new striker to lead their attack. Manager Mikel Arteta decided to show faith in his current attacking options, and they have done well so far this season. However, that has not stopped the club from looking for a new attacker, and they have a new name on their wish list now, someone who has been scoring goals for fun this season. According to Football Transfers, Arsenal are monitoring Aston Villa attacker John Duran as an alternative to the expensive Sporting striker Victor Gyökeres. The Gunners have been linked with a move for Gyökeres for a long time, but his massive price tag of 100 million euros is stopping them from making any move for this foreign international. The Sporting attacker has started the season in fine form, scoring 14 goals for his club and country this season. With Gyökeres out of Arsenal's range, the North Londoners are now keeping an eye on Duran at Aston Villa. The Colombian attacker has started the season on fire, scoring 4 goals in 5 Premier League matches this season. Duran was linked with a move away from Villa this summer, but Chelsea failed to match their valuation of the player, and the move did not materialize. West Ham United were also linked with a move for the 20-year-old attacker, but Villa's asking price was not being matched, and they decided to keep the player while the Hammers moved on to other targets. As per the report, there is a feeling at the Emirates Stadium that Duran fits the Arsenal style of play more than Gyökeres. The Villa attacker has impressed this season with his superb sub role, and that has attracted the Gunners and caught their attention. Arsenal feel the need to sign a new attacker because of Gabriel Jesus' injury issues. They only have Kai Havertz as their attacking option, along with the makeshift option of Leandro Trossard. Arsenal and Chelsea battle Real Madrid for potential 45 million euros wonderkid transfer. Arsenal and Chelsea are among the latest clubs to show a strong interest in the potential transfer of River Plate wonderkid Franco Mastuntiono. The 17-year-old attacking midfielder is regarded as one of the most exciting young talents in South America at the moment, with a host of top European clubs scouting him. Cout Offside understands it has long been felt that Real Madrid are leading the race for the player signature, and while sources have indicated to Cout Offside that the Spanish giants are still seen as the favorites for his signature, there is also growing interest from Premier League clubs and others. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta wants to continue building a squad for the present and future, and it would certainly be some statement if the Gunners could be persuade an elite young player like this to choose the Emirates Stadium over the Bernabeu. Still, it won't be easy as this could turn into a fierce battle for the Argentine's signature, as Chelsea, Manchester City, and Barcelona are also understood to be scouting the player.